I don't know whether you know Lord Geit. You may recall him because he was the man who was invoked. He was the person summoned about the wallpaper. You remember Cash and Carry and her wallpaper trips. Anyway, Rishi Sunak wants the whole matter of his taxes to be reviewed and to be looked into, and Boris, who says that he has full confidence in his Chancellor. We've heard that expression before. I'm old enough to remember Mrs. Thatcher saying that, and that didn't go very well. But Lord Geit has now been summoned, and he is going to examine Rishi Sunak's affairs. He's going to look into this. He's the independent advisor on ministers' interests, or at least he has been since I think about 2021, and he did try and resign, I think, himself, but I don't think that resignation has proceeded. He's going to provide, we understand, further clarity. Great. Further clarity, and we understand not only did Rishi Sunak have a green card, but it seems that his wife also had a green card. Did they both surrender them at the same time when Rishi Sunak went over to America in October last year? I don't know. Anyway, who is Lord Geit? Lord Geit conveniently lives up in the Hebrides, and he's a former private secretary of the Queen. I think he was appointed to be her private secretary in 2001. And as I say, he was the person involved in conducting the investigation into Boris's wallpaper affair. And he concluded that no fault had been committed, that Boris was blameless, but that he had been unwise. And then it later emerged that Boris hadn't said everything. Boris hadn't told Lord Geit all the facts, and this led Chris Bryant to say that Lord Geit's reputation has been tarnished by association with the top brass of the present government. And now, at the same time, the newspapers are putting out some lovely cartoons. There was one of Boris knocking on his Chancellor's door and asking him what sort of weekend he's had. That was a beautifully drawn cartoon. And then there's another one of Rishi Sunak in the guise of Icarus, flying up towards the sun and, of course, having his wings burnt and then falling down into the sea. In this particular case, the sun looks like Boris, and Rishi Sunak's wings have been made with £5 notes. £5 notes presumably gathered from all the tax that he's taking in at the moment. It does remind me a little of the advice that Satan gave to Eve in Paradise Lost. I'll deal with all that later, I hope. But Satan said, "Look on me, me that has touched and tasted, yet both live, and life more perfect hath achieved." Or hath attained, I can't remember anyway. Do remember, I mean, you know, when things look too good, when advice looks too positive, it may not be the advice of God, it may be the advice of Satan. And Boris, of course, Boris has fingered the darkness of scandal and survived so far. Would Rishi be capable of doing the same as Boris? Goodness knows. But Boris is clearly riding high at the moment, and it's so it's sort of refreshing in a funny way to hear Mr. Zelensky say how much he enjoys seeing and talking to our Prime Minister. And our Prime Minister, Boris, is looking more serious and more statesmanlike as the days go by, but maybe this is just appearances. Anyway, please do follow the channel, do ring the bell, and do subscribe. And I look forward to hearing from you and to hearing your thoughts. I may disagree with some of your ideas, but unless we get the debate going, then we are simply accepting what other people are saying. We need that debate, we need that exchange of ideas, and we need to hear as many diverse ideas as possible. That is the only way in which we progress. Bye-bye.